All right, so our next example, we have cosine, 2x times sine x plus sine x equals 0. And hopefully the obvious thing you're looking at here is to say, oh, I've got a factor of sine x in both terms, so let's factor that out. So we would have sine x times cosine 2x plus 1 equals 0. So what we did, we factored out sine x. Okay, and now we've got this as a product of factors that have only one trig function in each of them. We can split this and solve for each, right? Oops, sorry. So first we've got sine x. That factor might equal 0. Where's that going to happen? We know this. We know sine of 0 is equal to 0 and sine of pi is equal to 0. And if the endpoint here was a bracket instead of parentheses, you need to go to 2 pi as well. This one, now again, you might be tempted to go ahead and use a double angle formula. But again, because the cosine 2x is the only thing in this factor, that is really just going to make our lives more complicated. So we've got this cosine 2x plus 1 equals 0, cosine 2x equals negative 1. So we've got to say, okay, great, take inverse cosine of both sides. Right, we kind of did that before, we just didn't write it. So we say, okay, great, where is cosine equal to negative 1? Of course, this leads 2x equals pi, right? That's the one that's going to be returned by the inverse cosine, because remember, inverse cosine returns or outputs angles in 0 to pi, quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. So it's only going to return pi. And so then we would, just divide by 2, x equals pi over 2. However, we also, because this is a 2x, we have to look further, because cosine, what other angles have a cosine of negative 1? Well, 3 pi would, or 5 pi, right? Or 7 pi, or so on and so forth, right? So again, so 2x equals 3 pi. X would equal 3 pi over 2. Well, we just box this one in, box this one in. And if we tried to go out further, 2x equals 5 pi, x equals 5 pi over 2. Oops, that is outside our 0 to 2 pi interval, so we're not going to count it. So we have 4 solutions, and of course, we can graph this. Why don't I do that? Because we've only taken 3 minutes for this one. I'm going to pause it. All right, so I'm just going to enter the whole left-hand side. I'm going to say y equals cosine 2x times sine of x plus sine of x. And so we're really, that's kind of interesting. We're really looking for where are the x-intercepts on that interval 0 to 2 pi. Now I'm going to go put the x, I don't know why it keeps defaulting back. That's okay. Yeah. So this way we can tell what they are. And so we can look at this and we can say, why don't we go ahead and mark 2 pi here, right? And so we can see how many answers do we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2 pi answer doesn't count because it's not part of the interval. So we didn't find that one, right? But we found 0, we found pi over 2, and we found 3 pi over 2. So we found all of our answers algebraically. There we go.